Please tell me this is going to work today. There we go. There we go. I got it. Okay, cool. For some reason, I couldn't pull up the chat. What's the point of having the comment show if I can't read your chat comments? All right. Lou, welcome, man. Nice to have you in here, bud. Yeah, here we go, man. It's going to be an interesting show. You guys are going to want to stick around. I'm going to explain the whole rabbit hole videos that I got going. I got one more. Actually, it's probably going to be at least 2 or 3 more videos, but one more should be dropping later today, depending on if I can edit the video. Alo, welcome. Nice to have you here. This is the comment show, but give me a second to get some people in here. Sharky Rabbit Hole. What's up, Razor? Nice to have you here as well. We will get started momentarily. I will explain the rabbit hole stuff. It's pretty funny. But let's go ahead and get started with some intro music. Hope everybody's doing great today. Having a great weekend. Good morning, everyone. Happy weekend. This is MLH. This is the MLH Comment Show for the 23rd of September. You guys are going to have to just hang in chat if it gets disconnected. Something's going on with my internet. I don't exactly know what, but it is what it is. But welcome, everybody in chat. Lou, Alo, Razor, Nunya Business. Welcome. Jonathan Mazzilli, welcome. Ellie, good morning to you. And Fab Daddy, good morning, and then I will try to get everybody else as they come in. But we should have an interesting show for you guys today. This week I premiered the what is mounting to a series of videos called The Rabbit Hole. And I will explain that as we go along here, but I definitely want to get to the comments first. And then I will discuss some of the videos and happenings on the channel. Denizen, welcome. Nice to have you here. All right, let's transition, if you will, on over to the comments and start at the bottom here and work our way up. And then we will discuss. But at the bottom here, definitely not a bottom comment. What's Truth 77 says, on last week's comment show, what the heck, no notifications? Sorry, dude. Usually always catch you. You know what? What's Truth? No apologies necessary. I say this to everybody. I get a lot of apologies for missing my content. No apologies ever necessary for missing content. Life has a tendency to get in the way of your viewing pleasure. So yeah, no worries there, bud, and don't ever feel bad about missing anything. You can always catch it on a replay, comment, all that type of stuff. You know the whole deal. So I do appreciate everybody in chat. Please hit the the like button. That always helps bring more people into the chat. So if you could do that, I would really appreciate it. Keeper, welcome on in. Nice to have you in here. Yes, we will be mounting the rabbit hole here in a minute. Rabbit hole. Our Keeper. All right, let's continue on with Keeper, who we just mentioned is in chat. Oh, took Bernie to work early, huh? Yeah, I sure did, Keeper, last week. Happy birthday, Bernie, he says. Thank you very much. He had a great birthday, I think. Even though we had no cake, right, Bernie? Bernie's in studio.
No, but yesterday I stuffed my mouth full of chocolate-covered strawberries.
I was going to say something, but I'll save that for hot tubs. All right. Next comment we got here from Alo, who's also in chat. Dude, my bell is on and still didn't get the notification. I don't know what it is, Alo. Sometimes if you, unsub and resub, sometimes that helps. I don't know what to say, but I appreciate you being here today. and we're gonna have a heck of a show today. Yes, let's all send our thoughts and prayers to Jen. Wow, she's going through a really tough time right now. Yeah, just keep her in your thoughts and prayers. She's one of the greatest human beings on YouTube. I can tell you that. All right, let's move on here. Johnny Bravo said, "Morning, slept in. Sorry, slept in again. No apologies necessary, Johnny Bravo. I fully understand, man." Michelle says, "Happy birthday, Bernie. I hope MLH knows the one required gift for hot tub."
Oh, yeah.
Michelle also says, "Cop told me once if I didn't see it, it didn't happen. I had called because of a reckless driver almost hit my special needs daughter." Sounds about right for cops. We will talk about corruption and cops in a little bit, Michelle. And, we'll start with the rabbit hole videos, which I'll comment on later. Solomon, always good to see you too as well, my friend. Nice to have you in chat. Blue Unicorn said, "I slept till 4. Geez, you must have had a late night, Blue Unicorn. Thanks for popping by, though. Blue Unicorn says, at 10:56 of last week's comment show, exactly, I'd probably rob the public for a paycheck, too, if I was a piece of crap. But I like to think I'm not necessarily one of those, so I don't think I will." I think we were talking about police corruption there, too, Blue Unicorn. I don't exactly know the context. 1637, all I did was steal one banana, right? Just one. Tomorrow I'll steal only one more, right? Next week I'll only steal 7, right? So it's not a big deal. After 365 bananas, it is a big deal. Yeah. I get you. Parking on the sidewalk is only a banana, right? It's a great analogy. And this is why I seemingly the most stupidest, smallest things I every once in a while will call a cop on. Like we will discuss later with the case of a cop littering one piece of paper, which is that one banana, Blue Unicorn. So yes, exactly right. You let them get away with something little like that, especially an officer, somebody that supposedly is supposed to know the law, and they inevitably take more and more and more until they're murdering people. You know what I mean? So, yes, great point, Blue Unicorn. The banana eventually becomes 356 bananas, which is a huge issue. All right, let's move on. At 17:01, not everyone with a camera is a piece of crap, but you could admit that sometimes pieces of crap do hold cameras. 100% Blue Unicorn. See, that's the thing. I hate it because, we all get pegged as one thing, right? The frauditor community pegs us as all frauds. We're all doing in this for the wrong reasons, and I can't peg all of them as bootlickers, right? Even though you like to say the term bootlickers, not every single one of them is. Or maybe they are temporarily until they find out the truth, So the point is to always try to bridge the gap. I try to do that with police officers. It's really hard because, they'll say one thing out of one side of their mouth and out the other side it's a complete opposite line of crap, So, it's really tough to bridge those divisions and gaps. Look at the country as a whole. If you look at politics, you're either a Democrat or a Republican, and you hate the other one. Whichever one you are, I happen to not be either. But that's what I'm saying. There's a division amongst a lot of communities in this country, and I don't know the solution to that other than holding true to yourself and continuing to do what you do as long as you're not breaking any laws or hurting anyone else. 1907, I'm a police abolitionist. They serve no purpose. I understand that, Blue Unicorn. That's an anarchist way of viewing things, and I go back and forth. Sometimes I feel like maybe we all should be anarchists, but then I think about maybe we should have police for a little bit of law and order, but the way that it is constructed currently, I do not like. I'd like to reconstruct it in a different way. And I don't know what that way exactly looks like. That's what this comment show is here to do, is to provide some dialogue, tell you guys about my week, stuff of that nature. So, Nanya, you're funny in chat. All right, let's continue on here. 1938. Yeah, send them all to Mexico where they will be robbed by the police there. Maybe they will finally learn something. You know what? The police here are just as corrupt anywhere else. Mexico's a good example, though. But see, here's the thing, though. In Mexico, you can kind of use it to your advantage if you have a little bit of money. Like, I'm talking little bits of money. You can get out of tickets. You can get out of, a bunch of things because of corrupt police. Here, they make so much money they don't need those piddly amount of monies. You can't get out of tickets here. Which I'm not saying is right by any stretch, but it's a viable option. You know what I'm saying, Blue Unicorn? Let's get back to Bernie, Keeper says. Well, we are getting back to Bernie right here because George Daly, on the post I put about the video, which is up on Bernie's channel. If you guys haven't subbed to Bernie, please sub to Bernie. She's got interesting content, including the hot tub, every Tuesday at 9 Eastern. So you're laughing already? Gee, we're not even there yet, Bernie.
Oh, the hot tub.
Yeah. See, Bernie is, I could wake up the grumpiest curmudgeon on the planet, and Bernie never wakes up like that. She's always smiling like she's doing right now.
It's because I wake up and I look at you.
Oh, God. No, if I looked at me, I think I would throw up, Bernie.
No, I go...
Get out of here. Get out of here. George Daly says, happy birthday and many more.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, George Daly. But check out that video. We did Bernie and I did we had a bonus box of this food box that they send us from Yum Company or whatever it's called, and it was like a bonus box that we got, and we did a video on there. So definitely check that out for something a little less stressful and little different.
I would like to do that regularly.
I know, but we're gonna have to make those YouTube millions before we can make that happen, Bernie.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue on here. Al SoCal, who's a good dude. If you guys haven't seen his channel, make sure you check it out. Said we got some good content, MLH, and this was in response to my Slumlord and Scumbag video that you guys can see on the channel. It was an interesting video where I did catch a cop parking on the sidewalk and just generally being a douchebag. Yeah, Bernie's bonus box, exactly, Keeper. Joko says, oh, what's up, Joko? Nice to have you in there, man. Okay, so let's continue on as I got a baby wailing in the background. I wish I had a soundproof room, Bernie.
I want to...
Yeah, I want to punt people, Yeah, I don't know. That's something personal. Anyways, Johnny Bravo said super early run on my early morning run. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna start doing earlier runs on Mondays and Wednesdays, so you guys will see earlier videos. If you guys are morning people, then you can see those runs. Kip LA, my good friend Kip LA, said Laura Shark just found that one of the police officers who beat Christopher Bailey is now working as a cop in a different state. LA County just settled with Christopher for $4.75 million of our taxpayer money. Tyrants have no clue, I think is what you meant, Kip. Thanks for the drive, MLH. Yeah, Kip, it doesn't surprise me. I think $4.75 million is not enough. And I wish that in California, cops had no qualified immunity like in Colorado and New Mexico. Then maybe things would change a little bit there. I haven't seen a big change here yet, Kip LA, but that's because nobody has really been thinking about suing the cop and their insurance. But trust me, here in Colorado, it's turning. And I have inside information on one case in particular that is going to make a difference in that fight to get these guys to finally understand that they can't do the type of things that they've been used to doing around here. So stay tuned for that, Kip LA, and there is hope on the horizon, at least here in Colorado, and hopefully it'll spread across the country. Pelone says, "Damn, haven't seen those rough, tough, and dangerous RTD. Thanks MLH for the video." Yeah, Pelone knows what the RTD is. That's the local bus system, if you can call it that, here in Denver and the surrounding areas. It's something else. Sasquatch, nice to have you here, man. Did you feed your car its soy latte? Actually, I fed it electricity a little bit yesterday. What I could, Sasquatch, and it's man, it's a great vehicle, man. The Shark is awesome. Keeper, who's in chat, says, "Damn, you were live. I'm homesick and missed you. Hope Bernie's okay." Bernie is always okay, Keeper, except when people are throwing rocks at her windows at her place of business and stuff like that. You guys have seen that video. But all right, let's continue on. Keeper also says, "Floozy Toozy, remote location at the Moonlit Chateau, or a shopping run to the laundry store for Bernie." Why not, Keeper? Why not? And that's in reference to there's a I don't know if they consider it a hotel or something, but it's known around the Denver area and the Aurora area as a place where a lot of sexual fantasies get fulfilled. I'll just say it that way. It's called what is it? The Chateau. I can't remember the name of that. Next time I pass it, I see it all the time, Keeper. But it's interesting. I can't remember the name of the damn place, but it's known for being like a swingers paradise and stuff like that. Keeper also says, "MLH, I didn't think you knew what 5 a.m. looked like." You know what, Keeper? I wake up early every day. Ask Bernie. I'm up before Bernie almost every day, right, Bernie?
Like at 5 in the morning.
Yeah, usually like 5, 6 in the morning, somewhere around there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I wake up to pee and the TV's on.
I know. I'm like, I try to be quiet, so Bernie can sleep, but she gets up to pee early in the morning and she'll catch me watching whatever YouTube, but yeah, I'm up early no matter how late I stay up. It's really weird. Gruff Rossi says, "It's tea here in UK. I ride a bike on a sidecar with my dog. Hope you is a good fella. It's all big over there." Of course I'm a good fella, Gruff. And I know you've been on the channel. And welcome back, man. Nice to see you have a comment on the show. Hold on one second. Oh, shit. It's Solomon's birthday today? I just got breaking news. It's Solomon's birthday. Is that true? It's your birthday, Solomon? Did you Brandon, hey. Thanks for stopping by, man. Nice to have you in here. Okay, let's continue on. Happy birthday, Solomon, if that's the case, man. Very, very happy birthday, bro. All right, Kip LA on my post about I was having like not a rough day, but just kind of a weird day. So I, every once in a while I'll give you guys a post about kind of how my day is going. And it was about something about, life throwing me a lot of lemons. So, making pies before it's all over, right? That's the whole point. So it's like my a cautiously optimistic kind of outlook on life, at least in the near future. And hopefully the future in general. But Kip says, "Try making some lemonade, MLH. Hope all is well. Keep on pushing forward." That's all you can do, Kip LA. You can't look back, just look forward and hope for the best, Air Cooled, "Yeah, my lemons are all bitter. Peace, MLH. Yeah, I know, man. Look, Air Cooled, sometimes life has a way of dealing you a shitty hand, right? But hopefully you have enough stamina to be dealt a few more hands. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. What do we got here? Fab Daddy, who's in chat, says, "Lemon juice cuts grease." That is true, too. Fab Daddy. It sure does. And it smells very pleasant. It leaves a very pleasant after smell. Blue Unicorn says, sorry I slept late on my early morning run, but earlier I read an article on my, I don't know what that is, Tearsdag Live thing, about the Fort Lupton cop that tossed the gal under a train. She got probation and community service. Anyways, I read it on my own news anchor way of mine. It's still not funny. Yeah, I read about that story, and that's ridiculous. That woman should be in jail for at least a few years, but such is life, Blue Unicorn. It's all we can do is just continue to fight the good fight, and hopefully change things for the better. 1856, easy because cops don't become jerks. Jerks become cops. That's a great point. I think I was talking about the police force in general and changing it, and I don't know, whatever else I was talking about on my early morning run. But, yeah, cops don't become jerks. I think that's a great way of putting it, Blue Unicorn. Jerks become cops. That's right. Keeper says the Broncos blew a big lead again. How dare you, Keeper? Don't put daggers into my heart this early, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. I'm already fragile this morning. I don't need any more aggravation, man. Keeper says with merengue on my you mean meringue, Keeper? As far as the lemon pie, yeah, I do like a good lemon meringue pie. That sounds good, doesn't it, Bernie?
We should get one this morning for tonight.
We should get one this morning. Maybe a key lime pie. Yeah.
We're going to do it.
We're going to do it. Keeper says, you and Bernie are good folks. Just do you and keep your eyes open, be safe while Bernie's at work. Only Keeper. Only Keeper can give me a backhanded, not compliment, but like motivational speech, and slap me at the end of it. You know, how dare you, Keeper?
And you know the funny thing? You still love Keeper.
I know. I'm a glutton, I guess, for punishment, I guess, Bernie. All right. King Solomon, who's in chat, says, I know what you mean, MLH. I really do. No, I hear you, King Solomon. But, life does throw you a lot of lemons, man. It's just how you manage them. Do you make lemonade? Do you make lemon pie? What do you do with those lemons? Do you sit and let them rot and stink?
You suck on a lemon head?
Oh, God, get out of here, Bernie. What's wrong with you? You're perpetually in hot tub mood, even though this is completely serious. How dare you? Get out of here. Keeper says, damn, Blue Unicorn can sing. Blue Unicorn can sing, and he does sing. He sings very well. If you guys haven't heard Blue Unicorn, he does. I say this all the time. This is my favorite thing to say about Blue Unicorn, but he does a heck of a cover of Pat Benatar's Love is a Battlefield. You guys should check that out. It's great.
One day he should come on the hot tub. That would be fun.
It would be fun. So I know Blue Unicorn listens, so Blue Unicorn, you got to get on hot tub sometime. But you know what? He does his own singing stuff.
Thingy.
Yeah, sing thingy.
But I'm just saying he has an open invitation.
He does have an open invitation. So if you ever get a Tuesday off, Blue Unicorn, you're always welcome. As is everybody else. Yeah, Caucasian Sasquatch says Blue Unicorn is mountain fresh. Lemon pie does sound good, King Solomon.
Squatchy's talking about smells today.
I know.
I love it.
Blue Unicorn says, just remember that lemons are one thing, but when life gives you turds, turd aid still tastes like crap. Just saying. Yeah, it's just it. You're absolutely right, Blue Unicorn. I'm just trying to make light of the situation, or was trying to make light. That's the only way that you can keep going, is trying to find the silver linings, right? That I do that a lot. In Stitches, our good friend In Stitches says, good morning, MLH, and good morning to you, In Stitches. Hope you have a great weekend, you and Harry Nuts, and I hope you guys are enjoying life right now, as you always do. So
and lots of foot rubs.
Yes, lots of foot rubs. Shh, that's secret. All right, Johnny Bravo on my Rabbit Hole Part 1 video just gave me an emoji. Thank you very much, Johnny. I'm going to talk about the Rabbit Hole videos after I get through all the comments, guys, because they are pretty important, and I'll explain why in a minute. Blue Unicorn is not awake this time of day, especially on Saturday. Yes, I know that. Anon Mouse, he's definitely not awake right now, but he always watches the comment show and comments on the comment show. Bernie, who's sitting next to me, says the sexiest cop watchers in Denver. Well, I don't know about myself, but K-Dot is pretty sexy, Bernie.
No, you're top notch.
Chef's kiss, huh? Okay. All right.
Yeah, I just looked at it right
How
now.
dare you? Stop touching. This is not hot tub.
I can't hold myself.
Let me finish this. This is important. All right. Same video. King Solomon's, who's in chat, says, let me see how the cops like being sneaked up on. Much love, MLH. Thank you very much, King Solomon. You rock, dude. All right. Razor, who's in chat as well, says, the shark always comes out of nowhere to get its piggy prey. I prefer, well, you know, piggies are bigger, but I prefer like cockroaches just because, you know, pigs are clean and cute and, you know, cops are none of that. Whereas roaches are just disgusting. I don't know. SBG Lyric Videos. I think that's the first time you've ever commented, SBG Lyric Videos. Gave me a couple of emojis. Thank you very much. I appreciate the comment. South Bama. Oh, shit. Is that South Bama? It is South Bama. Same thing. So I appreciate that, South Bama. I really appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Lacey gave me some emojis. Thank you very much, Lacey. I really appreciate it. Moving on. Dynamo. Okay. So this is okay. Here we go. This isn't exactly a hate comment, but I wanna address it. She says, I rather see a cop sitting on the side of the road doing nothing, no radar, harassing people. He's just sitting there doing nothing. Why make them leave and go harass people? Here's the reason, Don. We all pay taxes, right? And we're not paying taxes for them to just sit there. I understand your point. If they're going around, you know, actually, to strengthen your point, Don, that cop actually did a dirty by littering in the streets of Denver. So I understand, right? It's a small example, but I want them to be patrolling. I want them to do their job properly. So by me scattering them, at least it gets them moving. Maybe they can, you know, get in the routine of being constantly moved, so that way they can rove like they're supposed to be doing, not just sitting on the side of the road. Does it not enrage people that your tax dollars are going to absolutely nothing? And if so, why does it enrage people that people are on welfare, right? Which is a very small portion of what taxes go to, but it doesn't enrage people that our tax dollars are going to pay officers that make over $100,000 an hour or a year. I wish it was $100,000 an hour for me, but you know, $100,000 a year to simply sit on the side of the road and do nothing. Why does that not piss people off way more than people on welfare or whatever? I mean, you get a strong response when you hear the term welfare, but when I catch a cop doing nothing, I get responses like this. Don, to answer your question, I want them to do their job. I don't want to pay them to do nothing, and we all should feel that way, you know? Westside, welcome. Nice to have you in here. What else we got in here? You know, I mean, look. If you want to be passive and just say, well, I'd rather them just sit on the side of the road and do nothing than harass people, I understand the point. It's logical thinking, but the point is, these cops should be doing something other than sitting there and not harassing people. Can we agree that we should have both? We should have them doing their job, patrolling the area, making sure the city's safe, like I do. I think I do a better job of keeping the city safe than the cops do, than the entire police force does. You know, I don't go around harassing people, even though, you know, you can. Do you consider me scattering a cop's harassment? No. The point is, no. I'm there to make them move along and do stuff. Jen Wow, who we spoke of earlier, says, good job, guys. Thank you very much, Jen. I will be talking about this series of videos, which I will try to get the third part up later tonight. If you want a sneak preview of Rabbit Hole Part 3, make sure you check out K-Dot's channel. He's got the entire live, but I'm going to chop up a portion of that and put it on my channel because it is a banger, guys. If you guys were there at that live on K-Dot's channel, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'll just preview it by saying this. I almost got arrested on Rabbit Hole Part 3 and for simply holding a camera in a police station. But I digress. Nunya, who's in chat, says, I'm glad that you got that on camera and posted it. Did you go and find him? Nunya, a couple of things here about Rabbit Hole Part 1. I had somebody point out that it couldn't have been the cop that threw that trash because his window was closed. But if you look very closely, if you zoom in to that video when the cop littered, they do have a little side window that they can open, and that's what he did. He opened the little side window, not the main window. They were thinking that somebody threw a paper at the cop, which makes no sense to me, because if that cop would have noticed somebody throwing a piece of paper at his car, he would have definitely pulled over and gave that person a citation for what he just did. So, yeah, there you go. 357, welcome to chat. He says, agreed, MLH. My mom got chased by a bunch of thugs, called the cops. They said, good luck. I had to come to the rescue. Most cops are useless. 100% 357. I couldn't agree more. I think the vast majority are useless. I think we need to redo. Did I find the cop? I did, Nunya. We just continue watching the Rabbit Hole videos is what I'll be at least... well, I know it's at least 3 parts. It's potentially going to be parts 4 and 5. I don't know. We'll see. Keeper says, damn it, missed you. I know you miss me, Keeper. I know you miss me. Keeper says, the old banana in the tailpipe trick, Eddie Murphy reference. Yes, I'm old enough to remember those references, Keeper.
I think he was just being dirty with his banana.
Well, probably. He's always dirty with his banana. Unindoctrinated says, where's part 2? Currently up on the channel, Unindoctrinated, so check it out. I definitely have part 2. What, Bernie? What?
You're gonna naked policing? I love it. That's the greatest idea you ever had, Keeper. MLH naked policing.
Oh, stop it.
You can naked police me anytime.
Hi, Bernie, this isn't Hot Tub. What is wrong with you? I'm going to kick you out of the studio if you keep it up. I'm kicking you out of here. All right. Howard County, who also has a good channel. I really enjoy Howard County's channel, says, like number 22, he saw you and knew you were documenting, yet still threw trash out his window. I can't be 100% sure that he actually did see us, Howard County, but if he did, I really don't care. And yes, and that would make it even more egregious. I agree. Johnny Bravo with the usual emoji. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Witchy Bishy says lemons are for margaritas. I prefer limes in my margaritas, Witchy Bishy. But yes, lemons are good. I do like lemon. I like citrus in general. I don't know. King Solomon, who's in chat, says rules for thee, but not for me. Get 'em MLH and K-Dot. And that was in response to Rabbit Hole Part 2. Rabbit Hole Part 2 is an interesting video. I'll talk about each video here in a second. Let's just get through these comments. Unindoctrinated says Slippery Pig tried real hard to give K-Dot the runaround. Didn't work out for him, did it? Unindoctrinated. Let's see. Hey, man, I ain't putting up with no bananas in the tailpipe, King Solomon says. Blue Unicorn says he'll make sure to file your complaint in the complaint can. Oh, yeah. Trust me, Blue Unicorn. Complaints usually go nowhere. K-Dot and I have actually talked about this, but I'll talk more about it in a minute. John McLean 343 says, I love your drive videos. K-Dot little too radical. You're more of a positive uplifting than trying to cause unnecessary havoc. Same thing happens to that other guy. I don't want to say his name. Girlfriend Sweet Blank. Thanks for showing off my hometown. John McLean, let me address a couple of things. Sometimes you have to rattle a few cages. K-Dot and I, we're a good team. John McLean, and I support K-Dot 100%. Does he get a little boisterous at times? Yes. Does it make people uncomfortable? Yes. And he understands that. I understand that. Do I get a little boisterous at times? Yes, I do. Am I positive? I try to be as positive as I can in a world full of fucking muck that you just can't get away from, John McLean. But I do appreciate the compliment. But I hope that you give K-Dot a little more leeway, and I hope you enjoy his videos too, because they're super important, and he speaks truth to power, and it's different when you're a man of color, and especially if you're a black man in this country. So I just hope that you can, just give him a little bit of leeway and give his channel a chance, because K-Dot is an awesome human being, a good friend. I consider him like a brother to me, a brother I never had, and I understand what you're saying, but and as for the other guy you mentioned, that you didn't mention, I should say, what can I say, man? Like I've said this several times. That dude has no clue what he's doing, and he's making things a lot more difficult for everybody else out here in the Denver metro area. So I'm glad that you see that, John McLean, and understand that K-Dot and I are exactly opposite of that. So, just saying, we're trying to make the city much better. When you don't have the knowledge, like that person does not have any knowledge of anything, no clue of anything, and I can point to several examples of it with receipts, then you are not going to get results. As a matter of fact, you're going to do the opposite. When you lose every court case, which he has, then you're not only hurting yourself, but you're hurting the cause in general. And not to mention, when you don't appeal guilty verdicts, if you propose to be innocent, then you also are hurting your cause. But there'll be more on that, John McLean. Stay tuned to the channel. I'm going to be reporting some news on that front very, very soon. Continuing on here, Howard County says they just can't help themselves from trying to slip one by on the people that they are meant to work for, and they cannot stand the fact that they work for us, we the people. Oh, and like number 20. Yes, Howard County, they think that everybody is stupid or won't question their authority. And that's not who K-Dot and I are. And we will hold them accountable. Now, I will say, let's say, when I get to it, when I talk about these rabbit hole videos, I will talk about it. Nunya says they're mad you caught one of them breaking the law. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Stay out of the rabbit's hole, Keeper says. Okay. We're going to be up in that rabbit hole for a while here, Keeper, so get used to it. Cajun Randy gave me some thumbs up. Thank you very much. And finally, Fiction, the other dimension, said, oh, the games they play, but they do make the most interesting phone recordings. I always record the police when I call. It's important to do so, especially in a state where you don't need consent of the other party. It's like one party consent. That's Colorado, which I love. Colorado has a lot of interesting, cool things about it. The weed legal, or I don't think. The weed legalization, the no qualified immunity, the one party state thing, and a few other cool things about Colorado. But I'm always gonna record. I'm always gonna record, man, because they have a habit of losing thoughts, and I never said that. I never did that. You know how it goes. Okay, let me get to chat here. Jen, welcome to chat. Nice to have you in here. Northern Corruption, welcome. Nice to have you here. Mitch, welcome. And if I missed anybody, Rosie, welcome. Nice to have you here as well. All right, let me quickly go over the rabbit hole videos, okay? So K-Dot and I, there's a little bit of controversy on the first rabbit hole video about whether or not the cop actually threw the piece of paper out his window. and I've watched the video several times, and I was actually there, so I know what I saw, and my eye is better than the camera, and I know I saw that paper fly out of that car. So whether it was on his windshield, or whether he threw it out that side little window, which I've slowed down the video, and it definitely looks like it came out that side little window. Either way, it came from that vehicle, and he's responsible. Now, I guarantee he would have gave me a ticket if he saw the same thing on, as I'm driving away. He would have put on his lights, gave me a ticket for it, and that's it. So that was the first one. We saw that we just happened upon Denver police. His name is Bova, B-O-V-A, not Boca, as I stated in the video. It's B-O-V-A. And we did follow him to try to figure out, more information about this cop, what he was doing, but I mean, he was speeding, so I couldn't keep up with him. So I don't speed, so there you go. I mean, it's really difficult to keep up with cops when they drive, because they drive like maniacs for the most part. So, it is what it is. Okay. So the first part was us just, stumbling upon this cop on the side of the road. So we get out of the vehicle, get out of the shark, and go just to record, just to see how long he's going to sit there, because he wasn't. Yeah, I mean, we could see him as we were driving on Colfax, before we stopped. He was just sitting there. He wasn't on his phone. He wasn't writing a report. He was just taking a break, right? Which, if you're on lunch, okay, I guess. But it wasn't around lunchtime, I don't believe. So I'm like, So, and why I know he wasn't on lunch is when we stopped and we went up there, I believe he may have seen us in his rear view, or KDOT when he went up a little bit further, and he took off. He just took off. And when he took off, that's when he threw the piece of paper, or it came off of his vehicle. Either way, he's responsible for it. And I didn't grab the piece of paper. I would have loved to have grabbed the piece of paper, but it fell right into the middle of Colfax. Colfax is a busy street. I wasn't going to risk getting this piece of paper going into the middle of Colfax at a busy intersection. I wasn't going to risk it. So, and I wished I could have. I wished the paper blew to the side of the road, and then we could have picked it up. And I mean, Ellie made a good point. What if there was private information on that piece of paper? What if it was a victim's number or something of that nature? So it was a bigger deal than what it seemed, right? Hence the term rabbit hole. So we get to rabbit hole part 2, and part 2 is KDOT calling to file a complaint or to find more information about this officer. At that point, we didn't have his name or badge number, right? So all we had to go by was the vehicle number, the license plate number, and that's it. And that the fact that it was a Denver Police Department in District 2. So we called, or KDOT called, and I recorded the whole thing, and that's Rabbit Hole Part 2. Now, this video was interesting because the first lady that picked up, she wasn't a dispatcher or anything. I think she was just answering the phones. So no blame to her, but she seemed clueless, and she was a little snotty, sort of, but, nothing major that we can't handle. And then it gets to the supervisor. I don't know if he was a supervisor of dispatch or what the fuck he was, but man, oh man, this guy was slippery. And you guys got to listen to the Rabbit Hole Part 2 to hear the rest of it. And then there's Part 3, which will be coming out on my channel hopefully today, maybe tomorrow. I'm hoping to get it out tonight. It just depends. I've got something special to do today by special request, and I'll talk about that in a second. But part 3 is where I almost get arrested. We KDOT and I went to District 2 police station to to file a complaint. And they weren't interested. They were more interested in arresting me because I had a camera than hearing our complaint. And they didn't take our complaint. They didn't do anything. As a matter of fact, one of the officers got really aggressive when we went outside, and you can see all of that. But I will have that as an edited version on my channel. But if you want to see the full version with full context, because I'm big on full context, make sure you check out the live on K-Dot's channel. And I can't remember what he called it, but it was a live. It was live at District 2. Watch that whole thing. And at the end, I was a little perturbed. So make sure you check out that. And I will have a shortened, condensed version on my channel, hopefully tonight. Rabbit Hole Part 3. Make sure you look for it. What do we got in chat here? You are 20, like number 22, Howard. Right on. Appreciate that. Thank you for being in here, and good morning. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. All right. Let's go to held for review comments, see if we got any of those. And it does not look... Oh, we do have a hidden comment. This could be a hater comment. I don't know, guys. This is the first me seeing this, so you'll see it as I do. Sometimes not, but let's take a peek. Let's show the offensive comments. Okay. Oh, it's a hater comment. All right. Sam Cooke, in his infinite wisdom, says, the retard thinks he's judge, jury, and executioner. I have no idea what you're talking about on the early morning run, Sam Cooke. Are you talking about me or the cops? I have no idea. Let me know. If you're talking about me, I don't know if this is a hate comment or if I came across a cop on this and you're talking about cop. Either way, man, retard's not a great term to use for anybody, Sam Cooke. It's childish. I mean, just let me know. Is that directed at me? I think it's directed at me. It definitely seemed, but I'm gonna approve it anyways, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you a like and stuff for at least watching the video. Let's see all the mentions that we got here. Lucky225 said Cullison. Oh yeah, he's dealing with some stuff down in Pueblo. Pueblo PD update, slap on wrist for cops involved, deferred sentences, no accountability. If you've been following along with Lucky's plight down there, man, they're corrupt in Pueblo and Colorado Springs and Fountain and all, that whole area. I hear you, Lucky. Thanks for mentioning me. I really appreciate it. And if you want more context on what's going on down there, you got to go to Lucky225's channel to figure it out. A friend of the show, Westside Accountability, mentioned me. Thank you very much, Westside. I really appreciate the love. And then Harry Nuts mentioned me as well. Thank you, Harry, for mentioning me. And that's all. That's all we got. All right, so let me go back to the comments, make sure I didn't miss any. Let's go to the published ones. Nope, we're all clear. Okay, so there we go. Those are the comments. I explained the rabbit hole videos a little bit. Like I said, there will be part 3 and probably a part 4 and 5. I am going to have a special panel with some special guests regarding this very subject, because I can't wait to publish Rabbit Hole 3, because there's a lot of nuance in Rabbit Hole 3 that needs to be addressed. So let's go on the premise, right, that the cop didn't throw the paper out the window. So, okay, the cop didn't do it, but it was a legitimate concern by a citizen, and the way that everybody handled it, from the first lady that we got into contact on the phone to the way that the 3 sergeants handled what was going on at the police station is egregious, okay? And I don't want to spoil anything now. I'm not going to get into it, but there's a lot of nuance in the video where I almost got arrested for the first time in my life, simply for standing inside a public lobby with a camera. And there's so much nuance there that we need to go over it. And I can't think of better people than the people I have in mind to be on panel to discuss. One of them's in chat right now. You know who you are, Ellie. But it's going to be an interesting discussion, and I hope that you guys will watch these series of videos. If we go on the premise that he did throw the piece of paper, it's even more egregious. It's way more egregious because the explanations that the officer gave me when I drilled him on this is unbelievable. You guys are going to have to check it out when I get it on the channel. And like I said, if you want a preview, go to K-Dot's channel, watch that video where we were at District 2, and for full context, and let them know that I sent you over there. But just watch that video and you will know what I'm talking about. It was, like I said, I was real close to getting arrested there. They wanted me in the worst way. But luckily cooler heads prevailed. I didn't get arrested. My record is clean, just like K-Dot's record, even though K-Dot's been arrested 3 times, but each time all of those charges have been dropped because K-Dot doesn't break the law. I don't break the law, and I wasn't breaking the law that day. And I actually asked a cop a question that he was befuddled, to say the least. They're politicians, right? They try to weasel their way out of any situations, and it's pretty sad. But let's talk about the week that is upcoming. Alfredo, nice to have you here. Microaggression, yes, Alfredo. If you watch that video, there was definitely a lot of microaggressions and other things, which I will point out on a panel at a later time. I got to get Rabbit Hole Part 3 up on my channel, and then maybe we will have a panel right after that, because obviously nothing's going to be done about what the alleged crime was and all that. But I mean, it just, the process I think is more interesting than even the crime and what should happen to that cop and all that, but we will discuss on a panel. So the week upcoming, I don't have anything to do tomorrow, so I think tomorrow I might take off, but today, by special request, Bernie and I will be trying to get to a ghost town near the city of Denver. What that looks like, I don't know. If not, I think in lieu of that, I'm going to do something a little bit different. We might go to this place called Tiny Town, which is a series of oversized doll houses that's representative of a small town, and it's really cool. I've never had a chance to feature that on my channel, and I'm thinking I'll put a portion of that up on Bernie's channel as well. Bernie's never been there. I told Bernie, I was like, Bernie would feel right at home. She can fit in any of those houses. But it's really cool. But in lieu of that, we might go there. It just depends on whether or not I can find some place to hang out at a ghost town. Ellie, I'm going to try. If not, consolation prize, we're going to go to Tiny Town or something like that. And, all right. So today, expect a video on my channel at some point, and hopefully the rabbit hole video part 3. That's really important. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to take off, unless you guys have a special request. If you guys have a special request for me on the weekend, place to go, place to audit, place to cop watch, whatever the case, email me, mexicanlonghair@gmail.com. I will be most certainly willing to get out there if it's reasonable and if it's within a certain radius to get out and do a video for you guys. If it's just something that you guys want to see in the Denver metro area, like for instance, somebody suggested, but still hasn't put out that email to me. Somebody suggested I go to Red Rocks, which it would be a heck of a video. So if it's something like that, maybe you guys want me to go to Buffalo Bill's grave and do a quick live from up there so you guys can see the view there. That's a quick and easy, cool video that I could do. If there's some place that you want me to be, like, your local police station that gave you a hard time, or a library that gave you a hard time, something of that nature, let me know. And I will be more than happy to get out there and do it. Howard County, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Let's see. MLH and Bernie will be giants in Tiny Town. We will, Solomon. I don't know if you've ever been there, Solomon, but it's a cool little place. What else? Okay, so Monday I will be doing possibly homeless outreach. If not, just my normal Colfax run. Tuesday is Hot Tub on Bernie's channel at 9 Eastern. So make sure you check that out. Wednesday's a normal Colfax run. Thursday I'm off. Friday is my other show on my other channel called RP Grinders. If you guys are into video games and politics and all that type of stuff, it's a hodgepodge show, mostly to do with dorky video games. But check that out every Friday on the RP Grinders Twitch channel, twitch.tv/RPGrinders. That's at 7 Eastern Time live, or you can just check out the archives. If you don't like the video game stuff, fast forward to the end. The last half of the show is, mostly to do with world news or local news or United States news or politics or whatever. It's a hodgepodge of stuff. It's a ton of fun. We have a lot of fun there. I'd love to see some of you people over there. It would be great. And then we repeat the process on the weekends. If you guys give me a request, then I will do that. If not, I'm going to take those days off as well. So with that, I want to take a quick moment to talk about mental health. If you guys are struggling with your own mental health, please reach out to somebody that you know, love, and trust. If none of those people are available, please email me, mexicanlonghair@gmail.com. I'm not a psychiatrist, psychologist, or a counselor, but I do listen, and sometimes that's all that matters. But if I don't get back to you in a timely fashion, just remember, somebody out there thinks you're their favorite. Hold on to that thought. It could save your life. There is a national hotline for the United States, 988. They do have one in Canada. I forget that offhand, but please look it up on your browser of choice. If you are uncomfortable with talking with somebody on that 988 number, please message that number. You can message back and forth. You don't have to talk to anybody. It's 100% anonymous. They don't track your number. They don't have your number. They don't care about your number. What they do care about is you. So everybody needs a little help sometimes. Let's go ahead and make that phone call if no other options are available to you. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me this week. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and be looking forward to at least one or two more videos today, and then, of course, the normal routine throughout the week. Thank you guys so much for joining this week. I'll see you guys on the next comment show. Later, everybody. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Broncos most likely will not win. I am happy just to let you know. I'm not very confident. All right, later, everybody.